Bitcoin is at $52,000 and we are starting to see signs of retail starting to show interest again, that FOMO starting to happen. We're seeing it being talked about on the media and TV. The CEO of BlackRock is shilling it hardcore. We have even like rappers like Soulja Boy on Twitter starting to talk about crypto again. People who've kind of been absent from the space for a long time starting to come back and talk about it. And those are the initial signs of the continuation in the bull market. We are progressing in the phase. So those are the initial phase of, say, retail starting to get interested. And as prices continue to go higher, we will see more and more people jump on board that train, more and more influencers, more and more people who aren't even necessarily continuously talking about crypto, but maybe just generally in the finance space, or maybe just in the business space, or maybe not even in that space. They just have a large following, and as crypto starts going higher and higher, they might just start making more crypto content, which just fuels the bubble higher and higher and higher until eventually we get into the euphoria phase where everything just goes absolutely crazy for the last few weeks, and then everything peaks and starts the reversal process. So at this point, we have just about 2 months left before we get the next Bitcoin halving event. It is set to happen somewhere towards the middle of April, maybe 18, 19, 20. It depends a little bit as it goes by block time. So we have 2 months left, and that is very much an anticipated event because it is guaranteed to happen. Okay, it's built into the Bitcoin code. We are counting down towards it. We have the previous history of the past 3 cycles where the price of Bitcoin has, after those halvings, gone up enormously for 12 to 18 months. So people have that expectation like, okay, the halving is coming, and based on what has happened last time, a lot of people are expecting that to repeat, where we're going to see a massive bull market starting at the point of the halving going forward 12 to 18 months and much, much, much more upside. That is what the average person thinks about this. My thoughts are a little bit different. I have spoken about this many times, where we potentially see a front run where it peaks much sooner than most people expect, because if the cycle repeats one more time, it would basically be too easy and allow too many people to get rich, which defeats the point of these markets. They want to make most people poor, not most people rich. So my theory is still, we follow the charts as much as possible. If I do see signs of early peaking, whether that be in April, May, whether it continues to November, whatever the case is, I follow the charts, and when I start to see the bullish trend on the higher time frames giving reversal signals, potentially breaking the market structure, all sorts of technical things on the chart, then I will potentially be looking to sell all of my crypto and get out of the markets, because I don't feel like riding another 80 or 90% to the downside if we get that bear market, and then I will be looking to short it to the downside. But I think the key is here to remain as flexible as possible and to follow the charts as much as possible, because the charts, in my opinion, reveal the way. So as long as we are in a bullish trend, the trend is your friend until the end. And as long as we are bullish, which we are right now, the upside could of course be substantial. So if you bring out the market cycle, this just a overall general idea of how market cycles move, I believe at this point in time we are somewhere between media attention and enthusiasm. The first sell-off and the bear trap, that was potentially what we just saw a couple weeks ago, where we went from 49,000 to 39,000. A lot of people were waiting for lower, and maybe they got trapped there, waiting for lower or even shorting it. And now we're back at 52,000. There is definitely media attention, okay? It's financial TV, all sorts of people on television channels, news, are talking about the Bitcoin ETFs, the spot ETFs, etc. And of course, that's a big deal. So definitely media attention, maybe towards enthusiasm. It depends. If we start breaking above 53K, I think we start this final leg. And the question is, how far does that go up and how long does that last? And obviously, we don't know the answer to that. It could be sooner than most people think. It could take longer than most people think. It could be somewhere in the middle. But the key is here to follow the charts. As long as we're bullish and as long as the charts are not hinting at any sort of structural technical reversal, we expect more upside, both in Bitcoin and eventually massive, massive upside in altcoins too. Because how this market tends to work, how it's worked through the previous cycles in crypto, is that Bitcoin, as the largest and oldest crypto, gets all the attention first. And as it starts moving higher, it gets more and more attention, it gets media attention, more and more capital flows into Bitcoin. But as Bitcoin starts moving higher and higher and higher, then the upside potential for it to make a big gain from it becomes less, the downside risk becomes higher, and it just doesn't make sense anymore at some point to buy Bitcoin. So at that point, the people who already have Bitcoin, who have been in from the early stages, they start to take profits. But because there is an overall bull cycle, they're not going to take their profits and just chill. What a lot of people are going to do is, because they're in this market, they have that capital, they have the knowledge, they start moving to altcoins and they take their profits from Bitcoin, and then it starts moving over into Ethereum, into the other coins, and eventually we get that full-blown crazy bull cycle mania towards the very end of the cycle. Usually the last few weeks of the cycle, the lower cap coins really go nuts, and we see 10, 20, 30x on a lot of coins in a very short period of time, and that is where the most amount of money is to be made. So right now, we're still in the phase of Bitcoin, very clearly. The ETFs got approved, Bitcoin has been getting most of the attention. A lot of altcoins lately haven't really moved, but Bitcoin is at 52, 53, almost 53,000. So now at this point, we have to wait and see, does Bitcoin consolidate a bit around these levels, and does the money start to flow into altcoins for them to catch up a little bit? Or do we see ETFs continue to push the demand for Bitcoin? Do we see that continued buy pressure? And can we flip 53,000 and take the price of Bitcoin all the way up to the all-time highs of 69,000, which at this point in time isn't even that much higher. Okay, it's about $17,000 to the upside. If we have two big green months like we had in 2021, we can hit that by the middle of April, by the time of the halving. And at that point, we can potentially start to see money flow over into altcoins, which means that right now, if this all plays out as per the theory, as per the last cycles, that means that as Bitcoin goes higher, altcoins still haven't really moved yet, which still means that now is still the best opportunity to get involved with altcoins. And until we get any sort of technical break or reversal signals on the higher timeframes for Bitcoin, my expectation is bullish. I think we're in the middle of a bull cycle. I think we still have that whole euphoria phase ahead of us, and we just have to be patient, be positioned, and let this play out. And then once things go nuts, assuming this continues to play out and we do get that euphoria phase, that will be the time to sell, to cash out, because I don't think that this time is different. I do believe that we are going to get another massive bear market at some point once this bull cycle is done, especially for all of these altcoins, because there is simply, in my opinion, no way that 20,000 of these complete garbage shit coins are going to be able to keep incredibly high valuation. It just doesn't work that way. And as it goes higher and as more people get into profit, you run out of buyers. The people who are in start selling, then the sellers become more than the buyers, the reversal takes place, and then it is down only once again. So it's going to be very, very important to ride the cycle up in the right way. As long as the trend is bullish, ride it up as much as possible. When we get those warning signs, cash out, and then potentially short it on the way down, because there is just as much money to be made on the downside as there is to the upside if you know what you're doing. But it's going to be key to get out and cash out and realize your profits first when you are up in a big way. And then on the downside, if you want to pursue that, it will require some technical knowledge with trading, but I can teach you all of that inside my VIP. That is what I'm doing on a daily basis, navigating this market, sharing my thoughts on it, charts, trade ideas, my own trade movements in real time. And there is just about 24 hours left of my special offer now, where you can save $1,000 off the price of my VIP membership. The link is in the description down below. Come and sign up, come and join us. If you want to do anything with crypto, if you want to ride the cycle up, if you want my thoughts and my insights on when I think the market is going to peak, when I'm longing, when I'm shorting, all of that I share in VIP. And there's a 60-day money-back guarantee. There's no risk. So join us, come and enjoy the rest of the cycle, ride it up as much as possible. Let's try and get out as close to the top as possible, short it on the way down. If you act fast, there's still a $1,000 discount off the membership fee. There's a 60-day money-back guarantee. The link is in the description down below. I will see you on the inside. Let me know what you think. Do you think we're going higher? What is your Bitcoin target for 2024? Let us know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.